Welcome back to AI for the People. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always ready to explore the world of AI.
Today we're going deep into how AI is shaking up science. I mean, seriously shaking things up. You hear about this new antibiotic?
Yeah, the one MIT researchers discovered.
Yeah, using AI. They found it in just 48 hours.
Unbelievable, right? That normally takes years of research.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It really shows AI is so much more than just a tech industry thing.
Totally. It's like AI is becoming a must-have for scientists in every field, like developing new medicines, life-saving stuff, even predicting the future of our climate.
Right. We're talking discoveries that seemed impossible just a decade ago. And it's not just one thing. AI is being used everywhere, revolutionizing how we discover drugs.
Tackling climate change, even going deep into our DNA with genomics.
It's incredible. Okay, so let's break it down. First up, AI in drug discovery.
Yeah, this field has always been notoriously slow and expensive. We're talking over a decade and billions of dollars to bring a single new drug to market.
It's crazy. So how is AI changing that, making it faster and cheaper?
Well, think about it. Traditional drug discovery involves testing thousands of compounds in the lab. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, that sounds super inefficient.
Right. But AI can analyze huge data sets, all that chemical and biological info, and then predict which compounds are most likely to actually work, streamlining the whole process.
So like AI is a super-powered research assistant, sifting through mountains of data to point scientists in the right direction.
Exactly. There's this great example. Researchers at Stanford used AI to predict how strongly a drug would bind to its target protein.
Okay, and that's important. Why?
Well, it's crucial for the drug's effectiveness.
Hmm.
And the AI was incredibly accurate. This lets scientists focus on the most promising candidates right away. No more wasting time and resources on dead ends.
That's amazing. And you said AI is making drug discovery cheaper too.
Oh, absolutely. Streamlining the process like this could potentially cut development costs by millions, even billions of dollars. This could make life-saving treatments way more accessible to people around the world.
Wow, that's huge. Talk about democratizing healthcare.
Yeah.
So AI is finding new drugs faster and cheaper, but what about climate change? How's AI tackling that?
Well, just like in drug discovery, AI is really good at analyzing massive amounts of data.
Makes sense. But what kind of data are we talking about with climate change?
I mean, everything. Temperature records, ocean currents, deforestation patterns, emissions data, you name it, AI can use it.
So AI is like crunching all this data to figure out what's going on with the climate.
More than that, it creates complex models that help us understand how climate change is unfolding and predict future scenarios.
Like a crystal ball for the planet, but hopefully a lot more accurate.
Way more accurate, thankfully. These models let us test different strategies for, reducing emissions, mitigating the effects of climate change.
Oh, so it's like running simulations in a virtual environment before trying things out in the real world.
Exactly. That way we can make more informed decisions and hopefully avoid any nasty unintended consequences.
This is amazing. So we've got AI finding new drugs, helping us understand climate change. What else is AI capable of?
Well, another area where AI is making waves is genomics.
Genomics. Now remind me, what exactly is that again?
It's basically the study of all of an organism's genes, their whole genetic blueprint. And it's changing how we think about everything from diseases to evolution.
Right. It's all about DNA and genes and such.
Yeah, but the problem is the amount of data generated by genomics research is just mind-boggling. AI comes in because it can analyze all that data way faster than any human.
Okay, so AI is sifting through mountains of genetic data, looking for patterns and clues.
Exactly. It's helping scientists make sense of it all. And a perfect example of this is AlphaFold.
AlphaFold, what's that?
It's an AI system developed by DeepMind, and it's incredible. AlphaFold can predict the 3D shapes of proteins super accurately.
Wait, proteins, like the stuff we eat?
Yes, but they're much more than that. They're the building blocks of life involved in basically every process in our bodies.
Oh, okay, I see.
And knowing their shapes is key to understanding how they work, which then opens up all sorts of possibilities for developing new drugs and therapies.
Gotcha. So AI is helping us understand proteins, which helps us understand disease, which leads to new treatments.
Precisely. It's like this chain reaction of scientific breakthroughs. And honestly, this is just scratching the surface of what AI can do in genomics.
Wow. So what else can AI do in genomics?
Think about identifying genetic markers for diseases, predicting patient responses to treatments. We could even design personalized therapies tailored to someone's unique genetic makeup.
Wow, so medicine custom-made just for you based on your DNA. That's what I call personalized medicine.
And it's becoming a reality thanks to AI. But AI's impact goes beyond these fields. It's also revolutionizing material science.
Material science.
Yeah, what?
Like inventing new fabrics or tougher building materials?
Think bigger. Material science is about understanding the properties of materials at a fundamental level. We're talking everything from the materials in our smartphones to the stuff used to build bridges and airplanes. It all starts with material science.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But how does AI fit into all of this?
Remember how we talked about AI being good with massive data sets? In material science, it can use that power to analyze data about different elements and molecules.
Okay.
It can predict how they'll behave when you combine them in different ways, like having a digital chemist who experiments at the molecular level.
So AI is like playing with molecular Legos, creating brand new materials.
Exactly. And one of the best examples of this is the development of what are called covalent organic frameworks, or COFs.
COFs. I have no idea what those are.
Imagine a superporous material, like a sponge, but at the molecular level. These COFs can be designed with very specific properties for all kinds of applications, like capturing carbon dioxide from the air, for example, or creating ultra-efficient batteries.
Wow. So COFs are like building blocks that scientists can arrange to create materials with unique properties.
You got it. And guess what? Researchers at Stanford and MIT used AI to design new COFs that can efficiently capture carbon dioxide from the air.
Really?
Yeah. This has huge potential for fighting climate change, right?
Right.
And AI can design these COFs much faster than traditional methods.
It's mind-blowing to think about all the possibilities this technology unlocks, but we're only scratching the surface, right?
Oh, absolutely. This is just the beginning. As AI keeps evolving, its impact on material science and all these other fields we've talked about will only become more profound. We're really at the dawn of a new era of scientific discovery.
Well, you've definitely got me excited about the possibilities.
And there's so much more to dive into. Like before the break, we were talking about those AI designed materials.
Yeah, those COS.
Right. Covalent organic frameworks. Remember we said they have huge potential for fighting climate change?
Yes. I'm really curious about that specific AI-designed COF you mentioned. The one that could revolutionize carbon capture.
Absolutely. So this particular COF, the one developed by researchers at Stanford and MIT, it's remarkable because of how efficiently it captures carbon dioxide straight from the air.
Okay, so how does it work?
Well, the AI basically optimized the structure of the COF. It created these tiny pores.
Pores.
Yeah, tiny holes. And they have this very specific size and chemical makeup. They basically act like magnets for CO2 molecules.
Oh, interesting. So the COF is like a specially designed trap for CO2.
Exactly. And it can capture way more CO2 than a lot of the materials we use now. It's a real game changer in terms of efficiency.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah.
But how practical is this? Can we actually use this COF to make a difference in, reducing carbon emissions?
That's the big question, right? And the early results are super encouraging. The COF is relatively easy to make. We're talking readily available materials.
So that's not some super expensive, hard-to-find thing.
Nope. Which means it could be scaled up for industrial applications.
So we're not just talking about a lab experiment. This could be a real-world solution for capturing carbon emissions on a large scale.
That's the hope. Imagine incorporating this COF into industrial smokestacks, or even developing large-scale systems to scrub CO2 from the atmosphere.
That's a really cool idea. But are there any challenges?
Of course. We still need to figure out how to integrate this technology into the systems we already have. And then there's the whole question of storing the captured carbon.
Right. We need to make sure it's stored safely and permanently.
Exactly. There's still work to do. But it's amazing how AI is playing a crucial role in developing these kinds of climate solutions.
It really is. So where do we go from here? What does the future hold for AI in science?
Oh, the possibilities are endless. AI is constantly evolving, so we can expect even more groundbreaking discoveries in the next few years. One thing that I'm particularly excited about is explainable AI.
Explainable AI. Okay, I've never heard of that. What is it?
You know how AI systems can get really complex?
Yeah, sometimes it feels like magic.
Right. Their decision-making can be hard to understand, like they're operating in a black box.
I see.
Explainable AI aims to create AI systems that can explain their conclusions in a way that humans can understand.
So it's like giving AI a voice, so we can understand its reasoning.
Exactly. This is really important for building trust in AI, right? And for making sure it's used responsibly,
Yeah.
especially in fields like healthcare.
Right, because doctors are using AI to make decisions about patient care.
Exactly. If a doctor is going to trust an AI's diagnosis, they need to understand how the AI got there.
It makes sense. Transparency is key, especially when AI is involved in such important decisions.
Absolutely. Another area that's just exploding is generative AI.
Generative AI, what's that?
It's all about AI creating new content. Like it can generate images, music, text, even computer code.
Whoa, AI is not just analyzing data, it's making new stuff.
Yep. And this has huge implications for science. Think about personalized medicine. We already have AI helping to develop custom cancer treatments, but this is just the beginning. Imagine AI creating personalized healthcare plans, tailored to your genes, your lifestyle, your environment.
That's incredible. Like having a doctor that knows you inside and out and creates a health plan just for you. It sounds futuristic.
It's becoming a reality. And AI can help us address big global challenges too, like finding more efficient renewable energy sources,
Right.
right? Or coming up with sustainable ways to feed everyone on the planet. AI can even help tackle things like poverty and inequality.
Wow, so AI is like a superhero for the planet and for society.
And it's not just about fixing problems, it's about creating a better future. AI is helping to design things like more efficient solar panels, new biofuels, and more sustainable farming practices.
All of these examples are really inspiring. It seems like AI has so much potential to make a positive impact on the world.
It really does.
But, it's important to acknowledge that there could be some downsides too. As we rely more and more on AI, what are some of the things we should be careful about? What are the ethical considerations? It's important to acknowledge that there could be some downsides too. As we rely more and more on AI, what are some of the things we should be careful about? What are the ethical considerations?
Yeah, that's a great point. We always have to consider the potential downsides with any new powerful technology. I think one of the biggest concerns is unintended consequences.
Unintended consequences.
Right, like AI systems are designed to achieve specific goals, but sometimes they find these unexpected ways to achieve them. And those ways may not be what we intended or align with our values. It's like we give somebody tools and then we're surprised by how they use them.
So it's not that AI is intentionally being malicious or harmful?
Right. It's more that sometimes it can be a little too good at optimizing for a goal without understanding the bigger picture, the potential consequences of its actions.
That makes sense. So how do we address that?
Well, it's crucial to have humans involved in the whole process, from designing and developing AI systems to deploying them. That way, we can make sure AI is aligned with our values, and we can try to anticipate any potential problems.
So it's all about finding that balance
Yeah.
between human oversight and AI capabilities.
Exactly. And another really important consideration is bias. AI algorithms are trained on data, and if that data reflects biases that already exist in society, well, the AI can actually make those biases worse.
Oh, wow. So AI could actually increase inequality.
It's a real concern. Let's say you have an AI system being used for hiring decisions. If it's trained on data that shows bias in past hiring practices, it could end up recommending candidates based on those same biases.
Yeah, I see how that could be a problem.
Right. So it's super important to be really careful about the data used to train AI systems, and we need to develop techniques to detect and fix bias in the algorithms themselves.
So ensuring fairness in AI, that's a big challenge.
Huge. We need to be proactive and make sure AI is used to create a more fair and inclusive world. And this actually leads to another really important point: transparency. As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, we really need to understand how these systems work. How are they making decisions?
Transparency makes sense, especially when AI is being used in things that directly impact people's lives, like in healthcare or criminal justice.
Exactly. If we don't understand how the AI works, it's tough to trust its recommendations or to hold it accountable when something goes wrong. That's why there's so much interest right now in developing these explainable AI systems, systems that can explain their decisions clearly so we can understand.
Oh, so kind of lifting the curtain on AI's decision-making process.
Yes. And ultimately, it's about making sure that we stay in control. That AI remains a tool that helps us, not something that dictates our lives or makes decisions for us in ways we don't understand.
That's a really good point.
It really highlights the fact that the development of AI needs to be done responsibly. We need to think ahead and be careful and stay focused on these ethical considerations.
Absolutely. It's been amazing exploring the world of AI and science with you. AI is accelerating breakthroughs, opening up these incredible new possibilities and helping us tackle these huge challenges. But we have to be mindful of the potential implications. We have to commit to using AI ethically.
It has been a fantastic discussion. I hope everyone listening now has a better understanding of the amazing potential of AI in science, but also the importance of approaching this technology thoughtfully, with a healthy dose of critical thinking.
Well said. AI is a powerful tool, and we get to choose how we use it. Hopefully, we choose to use it to build a better future for
I
everyone.
couldn't agree more.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into AI and science. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you all for listening.
We hope you found it informative and thought-provoking. Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments, follow us at AI for the People, and subscribe for more AI insights. See you next time.